Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back for another speed build. Today we're going to be building Imelda, my 100 baby challenge matriarch, a new house. I like the house that we're in right now, but we kind of don't have any more room to grow. It's a 30 by 20 lot in Sulani, so I decided to take this 50 by 50 lot a little bit further away in Sulani, and I guess what I had in mind is that this lot would give us room to grow. So my inspiration for the build is modern beach house. I wanted to keep the Sulani vibe in this build, but also combine like modern elements into the build. It kind of looks like a cabana here where I'm starting off, where I'm just doing like one big square on top of another square. And I just added some decking in front so that they have a lot of outdoor space. I mean, it's a 50 by 50 lot. I can add really whatever I want in the future whenever they have more money. But as of now, I just wanted a good starting point, because for me, whenever I play the 100 baby challenge, if I'm stuck in the house for the entire challenge, it makes me go a little crazy, which is not the way I operate in my everyday life. I would prefer to be home most of the time, but if you're raising 6 or 7 kids by yourself, you probably need to get away from them. So the real challenge for me with this build was trying to make it look not so tacky. I love all the items that come with island living, but they're really only suited for this world. And if you try to put them anywhere else, they just kind of look out of place. So getting a good mix of, like I said before, modern and island was kind of hard. My original plan was just to have like an open living space on the bottom and then have all the bedrooms upstairs. But I quickly realized that, you can see I'm doing the layout here. I quickly realized that I didn't have enough space at the top. And yes, I could have just expanded, but Imelda barely makes any money as is. So I wanted this house to be kind of realistic as far as upgrading. I didn't want her to jump from, I think the house they're in right now is like 32,000 simoleons. And where I finished with this house was around 70,000. So a 40,000 simoleon jump isn't the biggest in the world, but if I had made this building bigger, I probably would have been looking at like a 70,000 jump alone, which is just not really realistic for me to achieve in gameplay, unless I won the lottery. But I already did that in my other Let's Play, so I don't think lightning will strike twice for me there. And then as far as the color scheme of this house goes, I wanted to keep it light, bright, and airy. And the one thing I do love about like the doors and windows that come with island living is that it's all very open. I imagine if you lived on the beach or on the water, you'd probably want some open access, just to remind you that you are on the beach. I knew for sure that I wanted to use the island living countertops for this kitchen because, I don't know, it just fits really well with the world, and also they're gorgeous. I mean, who doesn't love wicker? And then I also wanted to, I guess, kind of introduce like a blue and green into this house because I feel like that swatch of the kitchen counter works really well with blues and greens. Also, this is my first time ever using that separate cooktop and oven for a build ever in this game. I actually really like it. I like the idea of it more than I like using them in game. But I think what I was trying to achieve here was that instead of doing a sink on the center island, I wanted to put this cooktop on there instead, just because I don't normally do that. But I see a lot of houses that do that, like in real life, and I think they look really chic. So I kind of wanted to put that here. And this is where I realized I didn't have any room for Imelda on the top floor or the bottom floor. There just wasn't enough room to do like a separate dining room and a living room in this house, and then also have space for Imelda. So I just added that little room off the side of the house, and I'm glad I did it because it gives the house a little bit more dimension. Because I said before that I was just doing a square on top of a square, even though they are different size squares. It just wasn't interesting enough for me. And then in here in a second, I'm about to try to vault the ceiling for Imelda's room, which I would have loved to do. It's just that I decided to go with that thatched roof, and it doesn't look the best whenever you're in game. I mean, I know I'm not going to look at it whenever I'm playing, but just the idea of it bothers me. So I didn't go with that because I was originally just going to put like the little ceiling lights in here, the ones that everybody uses. But I kind of wanted to get a little creative with the lighting and just do like wall sconces. And then later you'll see, but I put like this ceiling pendant hanging in the corner, and I thought that'd be really cute. I thought that'd be maybe something that I would do if I were decorating a house like this for myself, to have like a huge hanging pendant in the corner and have that be like a reading nook. But I decided not to go with it just because of the vaulted ceiling issue. And shout out to, who is it? Little Miss Sam or Twisted Mexi. That's so funny. I'm about to recommend mods and I can't remember who makes them. So it's Better Build By, and it is by Twisted Mexi. Okay, that's what I thought. So shout out to Twisted Mexi, because if I didn't have this mod in my game, I wouldn't be able to check my work like this by jumping into tab mode while I'm in build mode. So it really helps a lot whenever you're building. Honestly, I haven't worked up the courage to download the tool mod just because, well, I downloaded it once and it was really intimidating for me. But I hear a lot of people say that, so I don't feel so alone in feeling that way. So I don't know, I might give it a try like later. I don't know, maybe like a year or two down the road. Just whenever I'm more comfortable at building in The Sims. I would say on average, a house takes me about like 4 hours to build, which I know probably doesn't sound like a long time for builders who have been building in this game for a while. But to me, it's a long time. I don't know about you guys, but I can't really sit still at my desk for hours on end. Well, one, I have a bad back, and two, I just am that type of person that needs to get up and move around, like literally every 20 minutes. So even just the fact that I'm making videos and editing them, I think speaks volumes. It's a testament to how much I want to do this. I absolutely love the color scheme that I chose for this house on the exterior. I know it's very brown, very earthy, but it suits the world and it suits Imelda. I think she wants like a unassuming outside of the house. And then on the inside, that's where you get all the color. Throughout this build, I sparsely decorated and furnished these rooms just because what I have in mind is I'm going to be taking all of the furniture from the original house whenever we move into here, and then kind of putting our own personality in as soon as we move in. There's probably going to be some redundancies as far as like the furnishings that I bring over and the furnishings that I have in the house already. But I don't really mind losing money on stuff if I have to. It's hard to commit to making stylistic choices on clutter and decoration whenever you don't have like a sim in mind to live in the house if you are building for gameplay. At least just that's how I feel about it. Every time I make a house for gameplay, I want the house to feel super authentic to the sim that I'm putting in there. Like, even as I'm watching back this furnishing of the kids' room, I'm thinking this looks way too juvenile, because this room realistically is probably going to hold the kids and the teenagers. So I probably need to add like a little bit more of like a teen or grown-up element in here at some point. And here I go with the balconies again. I just think that a house like this needs multiple balconies and patios. So I gave the children and the teens access to this back patio or balcony. And later I'm going to put, you'll see it, later I'm going to put skill building items on that balcony. And I didn't give access to the infants because I just don't want toddlers or infants scooting their way out onto the balcony. I know that nothing's going to happen to them in gameplay, but I just could not abide by that. A problem that I think we're going to run into as far as gameplay goes is that maybe it's not super realistic or optimal to put Imelda's room on the bottom floor away from the infants. I think the infants need to be right next to her. So I've kind of done like a workaround as far as putting the baby mats in different areas of the house so that she always has access to the infants. But later, when and if we have more money, I'll expand this house so that we have a better layout. But I'm actually really happy with this layout as is, because with our original house, the one we're playing in right now, I just feel like everything is so cramped. And yes, we're all close together and we're all on one floor, but I don't know. I just get tired of seeing these kids whenever I'm playing. I just want to be able to send them out to like a different side of the lot and not worry about them. So that's another thing too that I would love to add into this lot whenever we get more money. Like I said, if and when, I would love to just add separate structures so that maybe even later down the road, we could have the teens just have their own house. That's probably not the best stance to take as a parent, but this is The Sims and I do not care. We are speed running this 100 baby challenge. So whatever gets them there faster, I don't care. Also, one thing I really wanted to add into this house was the like refrigerated display that came with Get to Work. I've used that before in other 100 baby challenges and it's a lifesaver, but I just didn't have the room in this house. But you best believe as soon as we get enough money, we're going to be putting that into the house, wherever is closest to the toddlers. It's just kind of a hassle to have to open the fridge all the time and then drag something out for them to eat. Because sometimes I'll forget that I even put food on the floor next to them, and then that food goes bad or it's like floating in the air and it's spoiled, and yeah, I just don't want to mess with all that. I think the kitchen is probably my favorite room in this house. I just think it turned out super well, and I love the addition of that Desert Luxe window. I haven't ever used it in a kitchen before, but I think I'm going to use it in kitchens like these from now on. I just like that dark wood with the tealy green tile. It just looks so good. I think before I show you this house though, I might change some colors around. Like the doors and windows, I'd like them to match. They're all different shades of wood, which, because I'm watching this back, it bothers me. And then I'm probably gonna change the pendant light in the kitchen. I might change those because the swatch matches exactly with the bar stools. And I just don't think that's a good stylistic choice. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes to get through a build that I think is taking a long time, I'll just kind of roll with it. And I'm not making conscious decisions about what I'm doing. Like, I'm just kind of freewheeling with how I'm furnishing a house, which is not the best because I'm sure you guys have noticed, but in the past couple of build videos that I've done, there's a lot of instances where I will make a stylistic choice and I'll stand behind it and then I'll change it while I'm trying to show you guys the house. Also, if you guys don't know this, the yoga mat's really good for children because they can boost their emotional control while practicing yoga, which is one of the requirements. If you have Parenthood installed, you have to have one of the character values in range. So like all the way green. Like when you open your sim panel, it'll have like the character values, and it's sort of like in a semicircle, and one side will be red if it's bad, and then one side is green if it's good. So you need to have the green bar all the way full on one character value to age up a kid. Usually it's responsibility because I just make the kids clean up the house. But if you wanted to do something like emotional control and then also build their motor skill, then that's a good skill building item to have in the house. They're also good for toddlers too, to get their movement skill up, because you can just click on play on the yoga mat for toddlers and they'll just go at it for like hours. I do have plans for the front of this house. That's why I use the terrain paint for grass on the front. I think that's where I want to plant all of my fruits and veggies. It's a good moneymaker, like a passive moneymaker to do gardening and then also painting. That's why in the original house, I have the market stand and like the painting stand set up together. Because you can just mark up the prices 300% and get a load of money. It's one of the handful of things in The Sims that I feel is kind of cheaty, but I'm not above cheating. It costs money to raise 7 kids by yourself. So I put this travel crib in here and it was a good idea. I don't know why I took it out, but you see, I'm about to take it out. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I think that's a good idea to put into the house because it acts kind of as like a playmat as well. Just like more areas of the house where Imelda has access to her infants. All right, I think I'm done with the speed build portion of this video, and I will jump in game and show you what it looks like. Just from the world, you can see that I didn't really use any of the space on the slot at all. And like I said, we are at 70,000 simoleons. So let's just jump in to build mode. So I've gone ahead and switched all the swatches for the doors and windows so that all of the ground level doors and windows will be this dark wood, and the columns too. And then all the top floor doors and windows will be a lighter wood. So let's just jump in. From the front of the house, let's just like walk up on the house. From the front of the house, you have a big open space in front with just some string lights on the side. I think I'm going to put like the market stand over here. And then you have this cute little planter, like a planter box to the left. And then space for yoga. And then probably like some outdoor seating. I'm not sure yet. You come to the front. Oh, that was too fast. You come to the front. And you just have like this. Oh, hold on. I'm going to change this later. This is so me. But like, look at this open space when you come to the right. I love it. But just here in the front, you have an entryway with a bench, a mirror, and then a place to hang your keys and bags. And you have like this little bathroom in front. Super simple. I don't really put that much work into bathrooms. So then you come out here to the main living space and it's wide open. I love this kitchen. I'll say it over and over and over again. I am in love with this kitchen. And then you have a stairway here that goes up to the bedrooms. But you have this dining area here with, this is also Desert Luxe. I love these pendants. So you have these really cool pendants. And then a really simple living room. We'll add plants later. Like I said, bare bones. And then look at all of this view of the water. And then this is also our lot out here. So we'll add stuff in here later. And Imelda's painting corner. And let's go upstairs first, actually. No. I'm getting ahead of myself. Also, this chest here is the ICEA from university. So you can put stuff in there that you can't normally put in, I guess like it's kind of like a keepsake box, but you can put lots of different items in there. This is Imelda's room. Very earthy in here as well. You have these lovely curtains that look out over here. Or you have these lovely curtains on the windows that look out on this side of the lot. And then just like an open window to the front. I might add curtains later, but I don't really care for now. I wanted to give Imelda a good bed, so I went with this one from Island Living. It's pretty good. It's got like energy 8, I think. And then we got the closet, obviously, for makeout and woohoo. And then her bathroom is also just really simple. I'll add more stuff later. So she has access to the balcony from here, a little step down platform. And then here is the ladder to go out into the water. And then I'll add more stuff on this balcony later. Like I said, we don't really have the funds, but let's go upstairs. Whee! Okay, little glass railing here. And it's just a hallway of doors. So to the left, first door, we have the kids/teens room. Very colorful in here. And there's 4 beds, so 2 sets of bunk beds. And then just like a simple dresser and a mirror. Oh, I forgot to do the outside flooring out here. I'll fix that. Just like a seating area out here and then skill building items for the children. But yeah, look at that view. Amazing. So if we go back out into the hallway, this second room here is the nursery. Yeah, very breezy, islandy kind of vibe. Bare bones in here as well. And then this last room is the toddler's room. I want to give them their own space because they have their own skill building requirements and needs apart from infants. And then this is the shared bathroom with all the kids up here. Also super simple, and I forgot to paint that. You can clearly tell that I was in a rush. And then the 2 toddler potties are in there as well. I haven't added anything to this front balcony, but I will later. I don't know. Maybe more skill building, because that's really what this challenge is all about. All right, let me just fix those things real quick before I upload this to the gallery, and then you guys can download this if you want. All right, so with all the little changes I made, let's see where we're at now. Huh, somehow it's cheaper. Oh, it doesn't include the lot value. So this is at 60, almost 61,000. And this is a 3-bed. Wait, no, I'm lying. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath. What's this? Oceanic Paradise. Ooh, this lot has an abundance of ocean life. That is great. I love that they're moving into this house eventually. So saving that to my library. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you haven't already, just so you know whenever I put another video up. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right? Bye.